right, another episode, and this is coming to you with the kind compliments of FMF Finest Premium Ceylon Tea. Thank you, FMF, for the support. Ladies and gentlemen, and our viewers, we have a very well-known chef with us. He's no other than Rakesh, all the way from Sheraton, and today he's our guest. Hi Rakesh, how are you?
Hi Asen, how are you?
I'm good, All okay? Sab theek hai?
सब ठीक
सब
ठाक.
ठीक है. That's nice. Good to see you.
Thank
कुछ
you.
खाना वाना बनाया कि ऐसे चलाया? Did you cook anything?
We did prepared last week
Okay.
In the lab of FMF.
Uh-huh.
So we were doing all the testing and trials with FMF for the tea for this launch today. So
Okay,
we've been
okay.
preparing with them.
Okay, so as a role of the chef, I mean, you are a very well-known celebrity chef, I must say. People talk about you. There's lots of name attached to your sort of like product and all those things. How did it all start? I mean, being a chef, was it somebody recommended, or you thought, why not I try something different?
With my journey, I would say I'm going to take it 22 years back, 23 years back when my father took a vision.
Okay.
And then he had that I should be moving into the role of getting in the practice of chefs. And when I started my journey, the vision was to make sure that I become one of the best. But with the team that I have, I think we are achieving in that market as well. Now currently with Fiji Chefs and partnering with FMF, which is the major sponsors, always on board.
And with a
assisting.
big brand
Yep.
like Sheraton, I mean, they always want the exclusive or the best,
Yes.
right? You must have gone through a lot of ups and downs there. Being the selection process must have been very tough.
Yeah, the journey is always tough, I would say.
Uh-huh.
And then putting through all the people, becoming with the candidates and the chefs.
Yeah.
So we need to be competing against each other, and then we deliver what is required.
So what
from us.
was that actual dish that everybody had to try or something like that? What was it? I'm talking about the final selection.
In the final selection, what we do is normally we go through an interview process, and then we go through cooking test as well, which we have done many. So sometimes what we normally do is blending in with the local produce and putting our Fiji market with the produce that we have in Fiji. And how we are showcasing that, what we are preparing methods
So
and techniques.
is it same thing like Master Chef program?
Yes. So similar, we have
You
implemented.
are being judged on that.
Yes, I'm being judged, and now I'm training the team with Fiji chefs in many categories, and now we are going into the world chefs with the competition, where Fiji chefs will be judged by the international judges, which we competed
It's
last
all
year.
about the local products?
Yes, it's a mix of local product. It depends on what criteria we are taking on. There's some local criteria, and then some open where we can use whatever
You
product
must have got the best taste bud, because you must be tasting all some cow.
It's all, I would say, it's a privilege and honor to
All
be
those
tasting
food
here.
जो prepare किया जाता है,
Yes.
all those food that's being prepared and, during the sort of like your test and all those things, or the later part when you got employed. So you have the liberty to test, na?
Yes, I agree with that. We have the liberty to taste and try out everything, the new products coming into the market, and what's going on as well, where we are trying to ensure that we are producing the best in Fiji, that every hotelier can be producing on the plate as well.
So when you get those kind of compliments from your visitors, international, and of course local visitors, how does it feel? Or what's the feeling like?
Once somebody is complimenting for your dish, I think any chef will get proud moment for them. So they feel very proud, and they excel and try to do best in the next, and then it keeps motivating them, and the momentum keeps growing.
I do remember when I was in US, then there was one restaurant. It was known as more like a coriander restaurant, but very much products from India and things like that. If you like the product or if you like the dish, there was a huge bell which you have to ring.
Yep.
Or you have to sort of like ring to all the people sitting out there. And as soon as all the chefs based there, they feel good about it.
Yep.
Do you have something like that, or do you have other means?
There's other means of getting the information from the guest as well. It's more on a table touch points where we meet every customer in the restaurants and make sure that people are happy with that. If there is something, they comment, we compliment back to the chef who's been behind the scene preparing it. So it's going back to the team again.
Chai pio, chai pio. This is the time when you have your sip. This is the FMF finest premium Ceylon tea.
Yep.
All right, healthy people.
Scoop and pour. Scoop and pour.
Again now.
Scoop and pour. Stir it round and round.
That's right.
Round and round.
One more time.
Round and round.
Let's go.
Now hold it up. 1, 2, 3, and drink.
High in calcium with vitamins A and D, FMF Full Cream Milk Powder is a healthy, tasty, creamy milk flavor for all occasions. Open up a pack and enjoy the flavor of fresh milk instantly. FMF Full Cream Instant Milk Powder. Ooh la la!
Is there anybody else in your family who is being part of this, or have been, or your dad, or anybody for that matter?
From myself, I was the first one to get into the chefing, but
They must have questioned you, why chef?
that was a question that
You could have become a professor, you could have become a sort of like a technician, you could have become a mechanic.
My preference of job was in during my school days was getting an automotive engineer, and then it came to my father's vision. I don't know what he thought of, and then he told me, no, you need to go to chefs, and then I got an opportunity. Then I start working, and one thing I have done was like full focused on the school and into the career when I started early stages. So
When you tasted this FMF, when it was sort of launched, how was it feel? You said this is it, or was it you had some other reservations or things?
we always try to explore more.
Yeah.
We don't say it is at the same site. We did multiple variations and tried the tea aspects, the lemongrass, and then whatever you have tried.
Are you
local.
a tea person?
I am, yes. So
So how often? How many cups?
in a day, if it's a good, on a normal day, with 4 or 5 cups, looking at the tea and time as well. No matter what the time is, I can have tea.
You can have tea.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be a morning or afternoon.
So are you a sugary person or a savory person?
On a savory side,
Yeah.
Reducing sugar, looking at things. So
Now you have a role, sort of a professional role, which is to do with the hotel industry.
Yes.
Right? So you are a chef. What happens at home?
at home,
I mean, the wife can turn around and say, you are the chef, you cook. Or is it the other way around?
no, it's basically on my day offs. I normally cook for my kids and my wife as well. So
Is it the same food that you cook over there, or
it's similar to them and the palate as well, because kids nowadays, very different palate. They are very fussy with food. So
Right.
something we play at home and do it. I love my Indian food with roti and anything.
And
dal and things.
if you have a bandara or some
Yep.
big function, are you hired to cook, or
For-
or you agree to it, or you just say no?
For any situation in prayer session, we have Ramnavami and Krishnastami. For 8 days, we cook in that. If we have opportunity and time, any occasion in the village for wedding as well, we cook for that. It's all FOC, which we do charity with Fiji chefs, and as well if there is any sort of events happening around. Even for if you have a death, I would say that's a big part which is sad, but we do all fundraising, or we do a complimentary lunch on the people who are coming through. So we are progressing into that path as well.
Okay, so does your wife prefer the hotel industry food, or the one that we cook at home, or things like that?
She prepares, I would say 50-50.
Uh-huh.
It depends on the occasion and time.
Right.
So if it's an occasion, we get something from the hotel side and things.
Okay.
But it's a normal Indian event or something, we need to have a mix and match in there.
Okay.
So because it's with the taste of everybody who's participating in the
kids?
event. Kids are more into the hotel food, I would say.
Uh-huh.
They are away from this roti and rice. They are a bit different, I would say.
Okay. But you enjoy your work, right?
Yes.
You love, and you must sort of like within seconds you can just say it. The smell of the food, you can say what is it.
Yes, definitely we can.
Uh-huh.
It depends, and it's the aroma that is coming out of the food as well. It tells you how authentic it is and what is the flavor you're going to be expecting as well. You can forecast that, like you can expect what is coming out of the pot.
So the youngsters who want to join the industry,
Yeah.
or whoever comes to you, what is the process like?
It's a normal process. There's 2 parts of it. They're going through the training school as well. When we have options or position that people are hired, and we take them into our industry, the Sheraton Fiji,
Yeah.
and then we put them through a training process as well. We have
How long does
developed.
it take, the training itself?
The training is for 12 weeks. It's led by our L&D team, and then if they go through a process of training for 12 weeks, where they're basically tested on their skills, what they have, and what we need to help them to improve before
Okay.
they dispatch to the kitchen. Yeah.
So that also confines you a lot of time within that hotel. Do you have time for yourself, your social time? things
Yeah,
like that?
definitely we need to have work-life balance. So which I have a lot. I would say especially putting myself into Fiji chefs and plus into
What
the
about
industry.
comments like "Khali khane hi banawe"? I mean, you must have getting those kind of "Khana banai ustad hai." Yeah, he's the more like a big time cook and things like that.
We definitely get that part, but with that we need to blend in as for time for myself. Yes, that's a great time that when I get out and I just leave the work beside, I have a team that looks after the operation.
Okay. And of course, with your social time and things like that, where you spend your time with the community, you work with them, you have a lot of things. Must be a great sort of opportunity for the people to be with you. In actually, I like today. I feel good. I'm sort of sitting with a very well-known chef.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
think it is a compliment.
For me, I would love always to engage with every member that is with me, and then whenever I walk, I will have somebody with me. I'm trying to train somebody that's the way forward, and what will be the future be, and that's what we are looking at. What we want to do in Fiji, and because Fiji being on the food destination of the tourism, which is one of the hub now, the main focus of tourism, the food quality need to be like moving into that.
And what is your favorite? I'm talking about the dish that you prepare or someone else prepares.
I would love to have a fresh fish curry,
Right.
and with a
So
nice
with
roti.
surwa,
Yes, within coconut cream, like
Yeah.
surwa, what we make with nariyal dudh mein,
Nariyal,
yep.
yes.
And then we
Coconut
have
milk.
some nice chutney with it
Yeah.
to go with that.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's the best meal I would love to have.
cooked by someone else and even by yourself.
Yeah, either way,
Either way. And with rice or roti?
rice and roti both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever thought that one day you'll be talking to SN, the famous SN, having tea, the FMF finest Ceylon tea, and then chatting about the career, chatting about the profession, chatting about your work, and so many things?
At first, I would like to thank FMF on this note because they were the point connecting between us. And then when Maria came to me and said, "You have an interview," I asked, "Who am I having the interview with?" And they said, "Somebody from Naftarang is," and I said, "Who's that?" No, and then she said, "It's with the SN, Satyanand will be taking." I said, "No problem, I'm gonna have a celebrity. Pleasure to meet you as well on this stage. We've been listening to you all the way in the traffic in the morning and 5 to 6 whenever it's on my day off. So that's the 2 days that I have. And on the weekends, unfortunately, you're not there. So
Yeah, and
I'll
it is
put
my
that-
pleasure to say that I'm sitting with the number one chef, a person who has been very much associated with the tourism industry, associated with number one hotel. And today we are here having tea, the FMF finest premium Ceylon tea. Thank you so much for coming.
thank you, Sam.
Thank you. Thank you.